Aloha and welcome to the Leaf and Luggage. If you think being vegetarian or vegan in Hawaii means surviving on nothing but fruit bowls, think again. Today, I'm taking you through my February trip to Maui. We're staying on the west coast in Kaanapali, heading out on an incredible eco-friendly whale watching tour and eating our way from casual bites to fine dining at the Four Seasons. Stick around because I'm also sharing my biggest packing fails so you don't make the same mistakes I did. Let's dive in. We stayed in the Westin Maui for 10 days. The rooms are spacious and some rooms have a balcony. You can pay extra if you want to so you can have an ocean view. Staying in Kaanapali suited us because everything is so accessible as it's not too far from Whalers Village, which has shops and places to eat and you can see whales from the beach or your hotel balcony. There is also a separate adults-only pool. The Westin also has some solid plant-based options right on site. My recommendation is to check the menus at the hotel bars. I had spring rolls and mainly ate from their Eat Well menu as they had the Westin Eat Well plant-based salad and a Beyond Burger. The Beyond Burger is probably the best I've ever had. You can have these by the pool or in the restaurant for lunch or dinner. There is also a Mahele market and eatery on site where you can build your own bowls if you want to, and they also have a pre-made food options. I had a tofu sandwich one day and nachos another. They have an on-site luau which I attended where they had vegan and vegetarian options which were labelled. I had the Maui gold pineapple and bread, which is for the table when you sit down. There is also a buffet during the show and I had the salads. The luau was great and I really enjoyed it. I would highlight that you are vegan or any other dietary requirements you may have when you place your booking so they can accommodate for this. If you can go to Maui during February, then it's peak whale season, and a boat trip was something I definitely wanted to do. We opted for a small boat tour, which I highly recommend, with Hawaii ocean rafting. The boat is smaller and you're closer to the water. It feels much more intimate. There are about 10 people taking the tour on our boat. Since it was a small vessel, there was no food or drink on board, and there are portable toilets where you check in for the trip, but there aren't any toilets on the boat. Seeing the whales breach just a few yards away is something I'll never forget. It was beautiful. We saw a mother and her calf, as well as 2 male whales and a dolphin jumping over the whales. We were also lucky enough to see a turtle as the boat was waiting to dock. It was such an amazing experience which I highly recommend. At the Whalers Village, it's walking distance from the Westin and has a great mix of shops and places to eat, but the highlight of our dining was Spago at the Four Seasons. We took an Uber from Kaanapali to Walia. It's about a 45-minute, 1-hour drive, but it's definitely worth it. One tip I would say is Ubers can be a little bit pricey, but are great if you don't want to drive or if you wanted to have a cocktail without driving back to the Westin. We also had to wait for the Uber to pick us up from Spago to take us back to the Westin, so bear this in mind. We waited for about 20 minutes, but we had a look around the Four Seasons Hotel, which was beautiful. Spago was amazing and they have a separate vegan menu. I had vegan sushi to start with and then the blackened tofu, Hong Kong style. If you have a celebration, then you can contact them ahead of your trip to order a cake. There was a lemon or chocolate cake option. We had the chocolate and it was so nice. This is my packing fail tip. Even in paradise, February can be chilly and rainy. I didn't pack a light jacket and I ended up relying on the hotel umbrellas. However, I wasn't quick enough and they'd all been taken. So don't make my mistakes. Pack a layer or get to reception early to make sure you can try and get an umbrella. Maui in February was amazing and I'd definitely recommend it. I've included some links below. Mahalo for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe and join me for the next instalment from the Leaf and Luggage for further tips and reviews. Travel further, eat better.